Hey, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Ranjan. And in this video, I will show you complete deployment of machine learning model using NLP. So we will develop a spam detector or spam classifier model using NLP. It will predict whether an email or a message is spam or not. And we will create a model. Once we have created a model, we will create a pickle file from the model, and using that pickle file we will deploy that model on the cloud Heroku, and we will use Flask framework in Python. Once we will deploy the model on the cloud server on the Heroku, it will look like this. So this is final goal. Suppose this is my message. I just want to predict whether it's a spam or a ham. So it is showing me that it's a spam. Then I will check other thing. So it will that this is not a spam, it's a ham. I will show you each and every single bit of the code. For that, I will deploy this web server on the cloud Heroku. So first of all, we will start the coding. We will create a model. So here I'm importing necessary Python libraries. This is a pandas library, numpy, and this is a pickle, by using which we will create a pickle file. And this is reg expression, and this is NLTK. It's a NLP library, which is natural language toolkit, and this will use for the graph, and this is Seaborn. It will also use for graph. Here this is the matrix. I will use accuracy score, F beta score, and classification report. These all are the classification metrics. And here I am using from word cloud, import word cloud. This will use to form a word cloud. And here I'm using NLTK tokenize, and these are the stop words which I am importing from the NLTK corpus. First you have to download if you're using this first time. Here I have created a stop variable in which I am storing all stop words of English. So basically stop words are like I, we, you, they, the, and it's all stop words. And here I'm using Porter stammer and Snowball stammer. So stemming is basically a breaking down the word to its stem. Suppose we have hard, harder, hardest. So what it will do, it will just break down the word harder to hard. If we have three words like hard, harder, hardest, so NLP or machine learning model, it will take it as a three words, but stemming, it will convert all three words into single words. So it will just break down the word. So I have created a shortcut for Snowball stammer, SS, and Porter stammer is PS. So basically I can use anyone, either Snowball stammer or Porter stammer. So I have included both. So I will show you creating a new data frame, which is my message underscore df message data frame, and I'm importing spam.csv. So I have spam CSV file. So basically in this file we have some message which are spam and some are which are not spam. It is basically a TSV, and here I'm using separator because this is separated by tab. So I'm using tab, and I'm naming the column as label, which is spam or ham, and here it will be message. So I'm running this. So this is the my file size. I have 5572 rows and 2 columns, and so I will show you what are the stop words. So these are the stop words. I, my, myself, ourself, you are. They are approximately 200 or 300. These are the first 5 files. So these are the messages. First I will use describe, like what is the count. So it is showing that I have 2 unique labels, that is spam or ham, and messages are unique are 5169. So and what are the top messages? So we have the majority of the ham category, and if you will see the top 30 messages are sorry, I will call it. So here I am seeing just what is the ratio. So if you will see, we have spam messages are 4825 and spam is only 747. So I will create a pie plot. I'm using pandas functionality. So it's a basic one, like I'm using this my label and the value count, and it will plot, and kind will be pi, and it will explode 0.01. Like this is exploding, so it is coming out from this, and auto PCT is showing percentage. That's the graph. It is showing pie plot. So basically it's a imbalance data set. If you will see, the 86% is ham and only 13% is spam. So it's a imbalance. We have only two variables. One is label and one is message. So I am creating a third variable, which is length. So basically length is a length of a message. How many characters in a single message. So it has calculated length for all rows. Just want to see like whether is there any relation between length and label. I will first describe the message length. Like we have a great difference. The maximum length of the message is 910. If you will see, the minimum is 2 character. So I will just check out what is 910, whether it's a spam or ham. I will just select the 910 message, and here I'm seeing it is not a ham, it's a personal message. And now I will see like whether is there any relation between label and length. We have a plot the graph between number of messages and the length of the messages, and taking both for both labels, ham and spam. If you will see in this graph, ham graph, the number of messages are less which have lengthy message. But if you will see in spam, we have a more number of messages which are lengthy. So we can conclude that more lengthy is the message, the more likely it is a spam. So we will use this column in our model. Basically, we have only two variables, which one is label and other is message. So here I'm creating a third variable. So it would be a feature engineering because I have created a third variable. So now I will do text transformation, which is data cleaning. I have to remove unimportant data or stop words, and I will use stemming, and I will make all character as lower. So I have created a simple function which is clean text. So what I will do in this, I will use regex, and regex there is a function sub. This is a not. So other than the alphabet A to Z, small a to Z or capital A to Z, it will replace everything with space, and it is taking a message. So whatever the argument will pass in that function. So I will just make all character as lower. Once it has lowered the character, then I will split into words, because I have to split each sentence or each messages into words. So that's why I am splitting here. And once it is splitted, I will use SS. Basically, SS is my stemming I have used here. So this is my snowball stemmer. So what it will do, I am using a list comprehension, and it will create a list for every word except which word is counting in the stop. If that word is not getting in stop words, so it will create a list, and that list will store into words. Now words is a collection of the words, a single word, individual word. In the next step, I will join them words. If you will see here, I have splitted, and here I am again joining. So I have splitted to just apply stemming. That's why I have splitted. So now I am joining the words, and in this I am applying this clean text function on all messages. So I will show you how it looks like after applying. If you will see, like in this here was go until, and in this it has removed until, and go was G was capital, and it has lowered every character. If you will see, it has removed many things, like you will see it has removed then as well. So now my messages will look like this. It has removed everything like was not required. Now I will create a word cloud. I will show you how to make a word cloud. So first I am separating spam messages and ham messages. So just applying filter, whatever the labels are labeled as spam, so I am selecting all these messages and going to spam messages, and which are ham, that will go into ham message. So these are my spam messages. So now I will create a word. What are the words that are coming in the spam messages, and what are the messages which are coming in the ham messages? So I'm creating a blank list of spam words and ham words. So these are the two functions which will extract spam words from the spam messages, and it will extract ham words from the ham messages. So I'm creating a global spam words because I have to use this variable in this function. I have to reference them, I have to assign them new values. And here I'm creating a list comprehension, so it will just tokenize. So tokenize is a technique in which we convert paragraph into sentence and sentence into words. I have explained tokenization in my this video. If you're not aware about the tokenization, just watch this video. And in the next step, it will just concatenate all the words. So spam words would be a collection of all words, and here same would be for ham messages. It will create a list comprehension, and it will store all the ham words into ham words. In next, I am applying in spam messages. I'm using apply function, and here I'm defining the name of the function. So these are my spam words, and so these are my ham words. So I have created both ham words and spam words. Now I will create a word cloud. So I am giving a name spam word cloud, and I have imported a word cloud library, and here I am defining the width and the height. So I am using a dot generate function in the word cloud. So here I am defining the all words, and I am using a join function in this. So this is the figure size 1008, and face color would be K. It could be anything. And here I am showing the image which I have created in the above step. Here I am putting a axis off so that I can zoom clarity, better clarity, enlarge picture. And here I'm tight layout pad equal to 0, and here I'm showing, so it will look like this. So this is a spam cloud. So if you will see, the more frequent words would be enlarged, free, call, text. So these all are spam. So now I will create a ham word cloud. It will look like this. So my new message data frame would be like this, because I have created a length variable. So now I have 3 variables. So if you will see, these are the categories that I have to remove. I will convert into 0 or 1, so I can use anything. So here I'm using a very basic function, encode category, and if category is spam, I will convert into 1, either 0. So Now my new data frame would be like this. I have converted into 0 and 1. If you will see, messages are all alphabets. It is more of a category because machine learning model don't understand alphabets. It just understand numbers. So I have to convert this into a numerical value. This process is called as a vectorization. Once we will convert this into numerical value, we will get a feature vector. And I have explained vectorization in this video. I have taken a very basic example, and if you will see this video, you will get a better clarity over vectorization. So we have three techniques for vectorization. First is count vectorization, and other is TF-IDF vectorizer. So it is term frequency inverse document frequency, and third we have n-gram. So in this model I am using two functions, TF-ID vectorizer and count vectorizer. If you want to see like how this algorithm works, you can refer this video. So if you will see, I am creating a shortcut VEC for TF-ID vectorizer, and I'm defining these things, and here this would be my new features. I'm using a fit underscore transform, and here I'm mentioning message data frame and message column. So these are my new columns, 5572 6292. So these are my messages, total number of messages, and these all my unique words it has created. And if you will see from the TF-IDF and from the count vectorizer, I am getting a same number of rows and columns. So I can use anyone, whether I can use TF-IDF or I can use count vectorizer. So I will show you a small glimpse how count vectorizer works. If you want to get a better clarity, you have to watch this video. I was using this, but I will now break this into number of steps so that you get a better clarity how it is working. So first I will get a cv.fit. Here I have used fit and transform both in single sentence, but in this I am using first fit. So in this it will fit on this, and when I will print x dot vocabulary, it will show all the words and it is giving some value. These are just a index number. So I will show you how many unique variables are there. So these all are the unique variables that are in the all messages. When I will apply transform, it will create a array like structure. So I have to convert array into data frame. So I will use pandas dot data frame, and I will use x, which I have created in this step, and I will use column as cv.get feature name, which I have used in this. And here I am creating a new variable which we have created in the message underscore data frame, which was length. So here I am using a length as well. So now we have many variables. And so now my new data frame would be like this. So what it is showing, like AAA comes in first sentence or not. If that word does not come in this sentence, so it would be 0. Otherwise it comes in this sentence, it would be 1. So it has created a 6293 columns. So now I will create a y variable. It would be my output. So here I am using a label. Now I will apply model. So first I will split the train and test data. So I am using a 80-20 ratio. 80 would be train data and 20 would be test data. I am using random state 0, so that accuracy won't change if I am running this program in another machine. So here I have created x train, x test, y train, y test. So this would be my train data and this would be my test data. And I am applying multinomial NB. I have used several algorithms on this data set, and what I found, I am getting a good accuracy from this. So I am naming this model as a spam detect model, and I'm using a multinomial NB and fitting on the train data, x train and y train. So once it has trained, I will use a predict function. So I'm using spam detect model dot predict, and I'm applying a test data, and this would be my predicted value. Here I'm predicting new value by applying a model dot predict on test data. It has predicted. Now I will find the accuracy. So I am using accuracy score y test dot y predict and using a f beta score y test dot y predict, defining a beta as 0.5 because this data set was imbalanced. So that's why I'm using a f beta score, and I'm using a classification report as well. If you will see classification report, whenever we have a imbalanced data set, we have to refer precision recall f1 score. So if you will see, the precision and f1 score is also good. Now ypred would be like this 0011 because it is predicting whether it's a ham or spam. At this step we have developed a model. Now we have to create a pickle file. So what is pickle file? Pickle file is just a serialization of the model, because we cannot use this whole data set or whole code in the web server. We have to create a knowledge of the model, so the knowledge would be transferred to the pickle file. So I will show you how we create a pickle file. So I'm defining a model name as a saved model, and I'm using a pickle.dumps. so it will generate a dump file into this saved model. So now first I will check whether saved model is right or not. So first I will check the model from the pickle. I will create a new model, and the knowledge or the training, it will load from the saved model which I have saved here. So now I am predicting a y predict, and I'm using a model from pickle which I have created here, dot predict, and applying the test data. So if I will print the accuracy, so my accuracy would be same that I have. If you will see in this, I had 89.811, so accuracy is same. So that's, I can conclude I am generating a right pickle file. So now I will save a pickle file. First I have to import job_lib, then I have to use job_lib.dump. So this was my model name, spat detect model, which I have created using a multinomial, and I will create that dump file into this pickle file. This pickle is not a format, it's just a name. I can use pickle1 as well. So once I will run this, it will store a pickle1. I will show you. If you will see in the directory, it will generate a pickle file. Earlier I have generated a pickle, so it was looking pickle. So now it has created a pickle file. If you will see, the size of the pickle is only 198 KB. You will see like my size of the spam.csv was 467 KB. So now it has generated a pickle file of 198 KB. So in the next video, I will use that pickle file and will deploy the model on the Heroku cloud. So final result would be like this. So that's all in this particular video, and I hope this video is informative to you. If I make you understand about this model, how it works, so please like this video and subscribe my channel. Do share this video with your friends and colleagues. So see you all in the next video. Till then, goodbye, enjoy, happy learning.